Grand Rising to you on this fine and lovely day. It's so peaceful out here, man. I love Santa Barbara. Finally have a minute to sit here and record these videos for you guys. Right now, it's Cohen and Aria. I love y'all. I didn't know how faded I was till I started recording this. I'm gonna record my foam roll routine and my stretching routine for y'all. So my foam roll's fucking cracked. I haven't found one that doesn't just fucking shatter on me. So hopefully that shit doesn't stab me and impale my lungs. All right, so I pretty much roll out before every workout. You could do it as quick as like 5-10 minutes. This one's gonna be longer. If I have the time, I'll go through like this whole routine, so I'll give you the full routine. Ideally, you don't want to just like jump right into stretching from being cold. You get little micro tears in the muscle fibers, and those could like accumulate over time, and then you get big injuries. You want to definitely warm up your core body temperature, and then this is great because it kind of primes the fascia, it kind of primes your muscle tissue to be stretched. It's kind of like warming up. For me, sometimes like going from a dead stop, I can't even move. Sometimes like I'm too stiff to even stretch. So this will get me to a point where I can get a good stretch in, and then I'll get into my workout. But I like to start with the back, and everything we do, we're gonna go from one joint to the next joint. So from back, we wanna go all the way from our hips, if you can, all the way to like the base of your neck. Top of your spine, base of your neck, as far as you can. And then the general like pattern for each muscle group, each section, you go a couple times pretty slowly across the whole length of that section. So up and down, and then we're gonna go back to the beginning and work our way back to the next joint. And we're gonna stop wherever we feel a lot of tension and just really work out that tension. We're gonna do that for each section. So starting with the back, you start at the hips, at those two little bones, you know, the back of your hip bones. We're gonna start there. We're gonna fall back and try to let our spine kind of like elongate over with the curve of the roller. I'm not gonna be able to do that totally because of the cracks, but if you can, try to imagine your spine like elongating. It's like becoming concentric with the roller. So you do that all the way up. I like to let my arms come and my shoulders kind of like, I'm not really controlling where they go. I'm just letting them like go where they need to go. And generally, if like mine come at this angle over my head, it also just releases all the tension in my shoulder joints. So I'll do this all the way up as far as I can go up here. Oh, fuck. My hair got caught. Cohen, be careful. All right, Cohen, tie your hair up, bro. Having me a nice little weekend out here, I thought it'd be a good idea to smoke spliffs. And it was. Goddamn, I got cotton mouth. So starting at the beginning, back to our hips, we're gonna go up and down the length of our back. Letting our back fold over the roller as we go. All the way up, all the way down a couple times. And now starting back at our hips, we're gonna just go straight back. I like to put as much of my weight on the exact like point that I'm rolling, so I get as much pressure on it as I can. And if you do it right, makes it hard to breathe. But now we're just gonna stop and really work out the spots with the most tension. So this will be different for everybody. But wherever it like hurts, like wherever you're sore the most, stop there and really work it out. But you can hear the roller cracking. But do this all the way back up as far as you can. I always have a lot of tension right here across the back of my shoulders. Do that all the way back up to like the base of your neck. Spend as much time basically as you need there. Kind of keeping your shoulders parallel to the ground. And then I like to come back start at the hip, but this time we're going on our side. So I'll start on my left hip, but still on my back. But you know what I'm saying? Just kind of like this whole side of the muscle. Because if you think about your back muscles, they wrap all the way around here and they kind of feed into your obliques and it's all connected. So you kind of have to get it up from all angles, which makes it a little awkward to do in the gym sometimes. And we're gonna get nice and comfortable here today. But now, so like on the hip / side of your back, if you can, without this cracking, I like to kind of pull my arm over here and it kind of just splays all the muscle out so that they're ready to be rolled. Oh shit. Well, that's gonna crack. All right. But first, start here, just rolling out around our hip. Slowly work our way up our back. And then once you get up here, you really get the lat. So now you just kind of play with the angle. Just listen to your body and feel it out. See where in your lat you have the most tension. For me, it's always like behind my shoulder blade. So I have to find a way to like open up my shoulder blade like that and then roll out underneath it. Right there. So again, do that as far back up your back as you can. And then we're gonna do the other side. Fuck, this shit don't have much life left in it. Then we'll do the other side. I'll show y'all this side. This side might be better. Again, starting at the hip. Try to roll out the hip. Slash like the bottom of your rib cage. I like to pull this out and kind of splay it. I'll do one pass that way. And then I'll go down. I'll do another pass with my arm out. Oh, this one really gets the back of my shoulder again. All right, that's our back. And now kind of going off of that, from there, again, because it's all connected, we kind of started at the base of our hip. Now we're gonna get our glute. So kind of just like, this one you can't really think of in joints, but we're gonna do our glute into our hamstring. So first the glute is basically just like this side of your glute to that side of your glute. That's what we're doing next. I like to start like this. If we're rolling out the left glute, the left foot is up on your right knee to again kind of like splay the muscle out so that all the knots are exposed. And again, from this angle, you just kind of, or from this position, you gotta just play with every angle, like every angle that the muscle works in. You gotta get over that little hip bone, that joint bone, that joint. Get the other side of that. Just get everywhere that you feel your glute muscle. Go back and focus on where it's tight. And then I like to straighten my leg out. Kind of go over that whole muscle group again. For me, my hips get tight a lot, especially the back of my hips, like where my glute connects to my lower back, my hip. That gets really tight. So a lot of these stretches are designed for that. And this leads us right into our hamstring. So now we're going from the bottom of our glute all the way to our knee. We're gonna roll out the whole length of our hamstring, going from straight parallel to the ground like this. To get in the outside of it, rotate your foot out, to get in the inside of it. Rotate your foot in. And then again, so, the idea is to do the whole length a couple times and then stop where it hurts. My hamstrings feel pretty good right now, so I'm gonna move on. Next, since I started doing jiu-jitsu, this has really helped my knees like stay feeling good. I basically make my knees a whole other section. So like right behind my knee and the whole area of where your calf connects with your knee to your hamstring, I do the same thing right there. Because it's sore a lot from jiu-jitsu. So I think that's like, I'll look up the anatomy of this, but I just spent some time going back and forth right there. Then I move on to my calf and my Achilles. Eric, you should probably spend most of your time here. Actually, I don't know, because your back is tight too. So you gotta spend time doing this whole shit, bro. But spend a lot of time right here. My calves and my Achilles are okay right now. They're not too stiff. They're not too sore or anything, too tight. But I do like to spend some time right here. Again, around where it connects to the knee, I feel some tension. Otherwise, they feel pretty good, so I'm gonna move on. But come on, spend time here, and everywhere there's tension, really sit there and work that shit out. Make it hurt. Do it on your own and cry like somebody that's healing. Cry like you're in a metamorphosis, bro. Work that shit out. That's gonna help you a lot. All right, then the other side. Let's see if this angle's better. Otherwise, as you're editing this blade, just cut this shit out. All right. So now it's my right glute. So I'm gonna start figure four position. Work out the whole glute, group of muscles. All right, that leads us right into the hamstring. Then roll out the whole length of the hamstring from the glute all the way to the knee, going straight on. Rotate in, get a couple rolls, rotate out, get a couple rolls. Then make sure to get the whole length of it. Now just go back, spend some time wherever it's tight. Ow, that's a thorn. Make sure to get the outside of your hammy. My hamstrings feel good, so I'm gonna move on to the knee. Now I do the knee itself. Get the outside of my knee. I get the, would that be MCL? No, that'd be ACL. And no, what side? Because anterior is front, right? I don't know. I get the insert letter here on the outside. Roll inside, outside. Oh, yeah, the inside of my knee's tight as fuck. Oh, I should make this available for kids, huh? The inside of my knee's really tight. All right, that goes right into the calf and the Achilles. This one's pretty tight on me, on the outside. Ooh. This also helps when you get leg kicked. It helps get those knots out. It hurts tremendously, but it helps tremendously too. All right. I also like this foam roll specifically because it has these little knots. So I can like roll. I'm not gonna do it now, but I can flip over and roll on my calves, and it helps with shin splints and shit. Or roll on my shins and it helps with shin splints. All right, now we're gonna transition to the IT band. We're gonna do IT band, which goes right into like the quads / the hip flexors, and that's pretty much it for the foam roll. You could do other little stuff, but that's basically my routine. I get everything I need like that. The IT band is probably the most important part though, because it's one of like the hardest things to stretch, and you just hit it most directly with the foam roll. And like sometimes, like if I run too much, I'll think I like injured my hip, or I think I'll have a hip injury or a knee injury, and it's just that I haven't foam rolled in like a few days or a week, and the IT band is just so tight that it's pulling that joint, and it can develop into an injury. So if nothing else, I would say just do this for like a minute, just 30 seconds each IT band, each leg, before each workout. Again, I might not be able to do it for real, because this shit is on its last breath, but I like to put all my weight on it. So I'll take all this off the ground like that, and I'll roll the whole length like that. I can't do that right now, and you might not want to start like that either. So again, you guys are athletes, you'll be able to like tell how to distribute the pressure differently, but same idea. So we're going from our hip bone right here to the side of our knee, hip to knee. We're gonna go up and down a couple times, and then we're gonna keep going up and down, focusing on where it hurts, stop there, and also add rotation after we stay straight. So first, you're staying straight. It's not cracking yet. All right, we got a couple times straight. Now let's add some rotation. Like mine's tight right here, so I'm gonna go this way a little bit. And this way. And then just work your way down, kind of getting all angles of the rotate of the IT band. I mean, if you think about it, what your band is, well here. It's not this big, but but it's a cylinder like this. Like it's a little cylinder of fibers, and we're trying to get like, you can't just go straight, you have to get as many angles of it as you can, which is why we gotta rotate, all right? But we're basically just adding that rotation, getting as much of that cylinder as we can all the way down to our knee. And then we're gonna reset back up to the hip, but now we're gonna get the quads and the hip flexors. So this is where it looks like you're making sweet love to the ground, to Mother Earth. But again, same idea. We're going from our hip flexor, so our hip, all the way down to our knee, and we're getting all of our quads like that. Now your quad, just like for a second. The quad, the reason it's called a quadricep is because there's 4 heads to it. There's 4 inserts. So it covers a lot of area. It covers a lot of the whole cylinder of your leg. So this one has a lot of rotation. I'll try to talk you through what I'm doing as I'm doing it. But again, just make sure you cover the whole cylinder, get the whole like curvature of your leg, and wherever it's tight for you, just spend more time there. My hip flexors and that whole band around my hips gets really tight, so I gotta spend time here. I always laugh about what people think when I do this at the gym. Ow, this shit hurts. Oh. Oh, this motherfucker is cracking. All right, might have just killed this shit. Oh, nah, there's a new crack though. All right, but since we're on this leg, we can finish out this leg. So I'm flipping, you guys stay on the same leg. We're doing the left leg still. We're just getting like this part of the quad, this little teardrop right here. I don't know if that's zoomed in enough. That little teardrop, that's the fourth insert of your quad. So we're gonna get that, and then if we can, get our groin as well. So now I like to put the foam roll like perpendicular to this part of my leg, or I guess parallel to my torso is the easier way to put it. But now we're rolling perpendicular to it. And then again, still getting the rotation so you can get all sides of that muscle. It's a good chance to get your knee again. And then I feel it also stretches out this muscle, like this insert right here. This relieves a lot of tension, ironically. All right, you get that whole part of your quad, and then that goes right into your groin. Oh, this shit is cracking. But yeah, just keep rolling your groin that way. Then voila, left leg's done. All right, now the right leg. I'll show y'all the caboose. All right, back to the IT band. Hip to knee. Oh, this shit is gonna crack. All right, I gotta keep the foot on the ground. We get our IT band. Get as much rotation, like inward and outward, clockwise, counterclockwise as you can. That leads us right into our quads and our hip flexors. Damn. I really need to get my hip flexor, but I really don't want this to stab my dick. All right, thank you for not stabbing me. Much appreciated. That's basically my foam roll routine. Damn, hard to say right now. It changes as I go, but that's been it for a long time. I know that's mostly lower body. I guess foam rolling, I don't do a lot of upper body. I mean, it's hard to roll that. Theragun is great for that if you have it. I do this like routine of just hanging and then stretching with the TRX. So I'll have to do that as another video.